There is a type of dopamine that almost nobody talks about, and that is the dopamine that you get from talking about your goals. And it's so dangerous because we do it without realizing, and it's ruining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we dive into this video here, let me introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carson. I started this channel basically as a way to talk about the things I'm learning, the mistakes I'm making, and the stuff that has gotten me to where I am today in an event to hopefully make sure that you don't make those same mistakes and become the best version of yourself just a little bit faster. Now, a lot of us know the common forms of dopamine, whether that be pornographic content, whether that be social media, whether that be eating junk food. Whoa, my camera's going crazy. We all know those types, and so we have a little bit of a connotation around them, which causes us to feel guilt when we experience those things. When you eat something bad, even though you promised yourself finally that you would start staying on track with your goals, we feel guilt. When you watch pornographic content, after late at night one night you relapsed and you told yourself, I'm never going to do this again, we feel guilt, which is a natural deterrent for us. Sometimes that deterrent is not enough to prevent us from ever doing it again, but it's enough to sting a little bit, something that we don't necessarily like to do just all the time. The scary thing about talking about your goals and the dopamine that causes is that we don't necessarily feel guilt around it. So dopamine talk, it's any time that you talk about your goals. So let's say you right now, you were like, you know what, I need to get into the gym consistently. I'm gonna get into the gym, I'm gonna build this super aesthetic body, and I'm gonna feel so much better about myself, I'll be so much more confident, so on and so forth. We all probably have a friend who's like that. And you listen to that friend, and you're like, okay, maybe this time will actually be it. But then they never actually take action. Instead of actually doing, they get caught in this cycle of talking. But talking about it, they start to envision their life almost in a different way. Instead of them being in their current situation where they're unhappy with their body, they're not confident, and they're not making any progress towards that, they get this false sense of movement, almost like they've started the process, and that gives them so much dopamine. But then when it comes around to actually doing the hard thing, doing the thing that they don't necessarily want to do, which in this case is going to the gym, and they face that resistance, they don't have the discipline to do it. And that just comes back to our overall habits. But the real problem here is that dopamine that they get from just talking. So I want you to look inwards for a second. What is an area of your life where you're noticing this dopamine talk, this negative cycle, where you're talking about your goals, you're talking about your future, but you're not actually making progress towards going that? For example, for me, I fall victim to this a lot when it comes to my Instagram, funny enough. Instagram, it's one of those things I know I should be doing. I should be more engaged on, I should be posting reels on it, but the effort it's taking is almost scaring me away from doing it. My fiance, she's getting very into her Instagram, she's posting a lot more, and it's motivated me. I've started getting a little bit more drive to doing the same. And so when I talk about, yeah, I want to do this on my social media, I want to do this, it gives me that same feeling or that sense of progress, even though in all reality, I'm not making any progress towards there. So it puts me in this little bubble where I know I should be making progress, but part of me feels like I am now. So I don't need to do the hard tasks. I'm on step one. I'm in the browsing phase. I'm learning. But that is not true. One of the quotes that I heard, or sayings, is that progress does not come from perfection. Perfection comes from progress. A lot of us have this weird connotation that we need to wait until everything's perfect to start. Things are never going to be perfect. Take it from me. Things are never going to be perfect. You only get perfection by doing things and failing and learning from those mistakes. That is the only way you will ever achieve perfect. So, enough of this little tangent. I think you probably get the point right now. Talking about your goals, yes, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's fun, but it can be hurting you. And if you're a person who struggles with action, then it is without a doubt hurting you. So what can you do? First things first, discover what that thing is that you keep talking about but you're not making any progress on. Chances are that's probably something that you're very passionate about right now and something deep down you know you need to be doing. Perfect. Step one, complete. No more talking. Next, just start. If it's going to the gym, get your gym pass and walk into the gym. If you have no idea what you're doing, you don't have a workout plan, that doesn't matter. Just get in there and do it. Things don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect gym outfit. You don't have to have the perfect workout playlist. It doesn't matter. Just go and start. When I went to the gym for the first time, dude, I had no freaking idea what I was doing. I had zero clue. I think I jumped on the leg press, did like 30 reps, then jumped over to a new machine, did 30 reps. Like I had no method to my madness. But over time, you start to see what's working, what's not working, so on and so forth. If you're wanting to maybe start finally improving your life, just start doing it. Figure out where you want to go and what steps you need to take to actually get there. And do it. Don't just talk. Remember, talking is not going to change anything in your life, and I promise you that. It's giving you a false sense of progress. So ladies and gentlemen, I challenge you. I know there's something in your life that you know you should be doing, but you're not yet. So do it. Don't wait for the perfect time. Do it now so that you can start reaping the rewards of your labor. The faster you start, the faster you get the results from that. The faster you can start living a happy, confident life. And I promise you that. So kind of a little bit of a more motivational post for you guys. I'm driving into work right now, so it was just something that was on my mind, and I haven't filmed a video here in a bit. So I wanted to jump back on here and talk to you guys. I'm gonna be posting more videos soon, so you stay tuned for that, I promise. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm rooting for you. If you need help with figuring out how to take that first step in your life and what that thing is that's holding you back and keeping you in that stage of just talking about everything, I have a free quiz down in the description of this video. Take that, it's gonna give you a lot of clarity on how to break free from that thing that's holding you back. If you want, DM it to me on Instagram and I'm happy to help you overcome whatever it is that's holding you stuck and kind of be a backup plan for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy. As always, I'm rooting for all of you, and I know you're gonna kill it. Just keep on the grind. You're destined for more. With that said, ladies and gents, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.